Okay. I'm live. Okay, so finishing off Gemini here with their love reading. I have a color card that I'm going to start the energies off with, and a Whispers of Love card that we're going to end off with. And the rest of the reading here is going to be in the love zone. Starting with the Infinity cards. I have a pyramid spread. This is the top of the spread. Usually this energy is what feeds the most of the reading. First card here we have is children. Geminis may be dealing with their children at this time, child or children. Or this may be something that we are focusing on at this time, okay? Next. King of Pentacles. King of Pentacles, he has got all his money there. He's sorting it all out. He's very organized when it comes to finances. he has a lot of them. He has a great experience with being secure financially and whatnot. So just give me a minute here. I'm trying to get how they're relating that back to the children. We may be worried about our stability in regards to our children here in some kind of way. The king is never short on cash here, but nonetheless, we may be thinking about either putting away, like they're showing me, planning for the future, planning ahead here a little bit, having to do with children, maybe starting up savings bonds or something for them for their future, this kind of thing, or discussing about doing that. Okay, next card. As we get into, oh, I forgot to put 18 plus. As we get into the love reading here, Knave of Swords. That is about objectifying the body. Okay, it's hard for me to get children and money, and then all of a sudden, boom, now it gets into objectifying in the bedroom here. Now, give me a moment. We may be, okay. They're going, we may be planning on if we have enough finances to create more, a comfort for more children. We may be planning to have more children, right? But beware here, somebody's objectifying the body in some kind of way. Okay, next. We have 12, which is the Hangman here. Now, this is interesting because this is kind of like an escape artist. He's grabbing his suitcase, bags, and clothing, and out the window he goes, sneaking out. So somewhere here may be very interesting because that Knight of Swords there, he's very into the physical connection. So to be sneaking out and escaping that doesn't almost jive here, but that is the head of the reading, and this is kind of the energy that we're dealing with. So we got to be careful. Hope, because what I'm getting a tinge here. I haven't seen the rest of the cards. I'm getting a tinge here that somebody's sneaking out on the relationship is what I'm getting. So be careful of that. If we want to put more kids in this situation to keep that person home, it's not going to work. It's going to actually help them move on. But nonetheless, hopefully that's not in the rest of the reading here. Okay, next line. We have protection. This is a card that speaks to the relationship. We're on the relationship side here. They're talking about the protection of a relationship. Now, be careful because sometimes this could not be our relationship. It could be a relationship outside of this, but nonetheless, next card. 5 of Wands. That is about somebody taking an interest. He's watching these dancing girls on stage, and he is infatuated with one of them, and he gets, one of them to come out, and he has singled one out. He's very, his attention is very much on this person. So this is highlighted here. So you may be the object of that, or you may be someone who is paying attention to someone outside here, or you have a partner that's doing this, okay? Next card, Queen of Swords. That would be the energy. That would be your energy. Queen of Swords is an air element, right? Aquarius, Gemini, or Libra. In here, we have her looking at a picture here with a sort of truth in between her and I always take note that it's a partner or a partner that we had in the past that may have betrayed us, because the sort of truth is in between them. So there's a truth being withheld here. We've had a lot of this, a lot of problems with our heart is full of little nails there that we've had to take and endure through a relationship. So it could be the relationship that you are in, or again, someone stepping out of the relationship to get this. Okay, next. 14. Yeah, this guy's beneficial, believe it or not. He's got the wants there. He's sitting quite passively. He may be an entrepreneur. He may be wanting to go off on his own, is what I'm getting. So be aware, if this is an energy you hold, be upfront with that which is in your universe. There's something here about him that's beneficial, but I feel like these two men are separate. This is one man and this is another. So this may be someone we're thinking of going to. Keep that in mind, okay? Next. King. The king is a married man. So keep that in mind. So somewhere here, this scenario is a married man. If you are a woman and you are dealing with men, there's a married man in the scenarios. How do you say that any more ways than you can? Okay, 3 of Pentacles is about forcing things. Okay, I'm getting it. We may be, okay. Yeah, they're going, we may be in a relationship here. We are forcing things, wanting to have more children, wanting, maybe because of a stability factor that we have within it. But at the same time, I feel like we are not being accommodated in a lot of ways, to the degree that we just don't want to build up here. We don't want to build up. We may be thinking about more children in this scenario, but the sense is here, it's weird. I don't know if it's the Gemini or not, is we're trying to escape it as well. So we want to bear more children, but we also don't want no part of it. This makes no sense to me. But we're objectifying the body here. So we may have someone, a partner here, that has a physical body that we admire. Nothing else is working but the sex life. We may want kids. And I mean, it's just a low grade barrier here is what I get. We want kids and whatever, and we're not high on the person. They may have a lot of finances here that bring us forward. We may be forcing this because everything else just doesn't fit. Okay. Well, keep that in mind. Next card we get is the Death card. Yeah, the end is coming here. If it hasn't hit already in some kind of way, it will be exploding over the season, is what I get here. There's something here we're trying to force on a partner or a past partner. I feel like people are in different crux zones. Just give me a minute. We have a married person here that is trying to force something to come together. It's not meant to be. There's a reason we're not being successful here. The Death card is coming to finish it. Okay? I feel like this kind of out of both of their hands. But one person is really wanting out. The other person's kind of forcing it to go back in, though they know it's not right. Next card. 4 Cups. That is about tenderness in the bedroom. So who's getting it? I don't know. There's people wanting to run here. There's people wanting to force it. People wanting whatever. I feel like there's... Oh, man. Just give me a minute to suss this out. They're saying the Gemini is trying to force a connection where the other person wants out. They want out, but neither one of them is really admitting this on the surface. But both parties want out. This is the other person, the Gemini's partner, or the one that they're trying to force things with. This is what they're doing on the other side. They're finding a partner that they can talk to in the bedroom, and that they can communicate about sexually, intimately, this kind of thing. This is what they're getting. They feel they don't get with the partner. They're getting this on some other angle here. And that's why they want to end it, because they can't communicate. There's no communication, no open communication with the partner. We may be avoiding intimacy altogether, which is weird because I get someone here objectifying. They really love the body, but there's not much else to keep it together. So maybe that's why there's no communication, because we don't have any other interests. I don't know. It's really all over the place, this reading. So I either have a lot of people's energy that's trying to amalgamate here, or we just have a complex situation here that's just not easily seen, especially when you're, looking from the outside. So as we continue down the line here into the last row, this energy can be batted away quite easily. We have shuffling. Well, there it is, isn't it? That's about dealing with one or more relationships and trying to keep them both afloat. Not usually doesn't end up successful. Just for those that may not know. Next card we have is the Four of Wands. Now this is about marriage. So we may be in a marriage, or we may be looking at someone outside of this for marriage. I don't know. There's marriage on the mind of somebody here. Next, Four of Pentacles. And then somebody is dissatisfied. Four of Pentacles is really, this card, you see this woman, she's kind of, she's not really into it. She's not, this guy's got fire and flames behind him. He's pushed. That's the forcing energy. We're trying to get it together. She's not with it. She's not there. She's not. I mean, so this guy should be picking up on it. But we may be married. We may be joined by marriage, and this is what keeps us together to keep trying. Or is something funny here about this, but we're still trying to make this work, even though there's a person on the other end who's just not interested anymore. Okay, so where do we end off there? Two of Pentacles. That's about hedonism. That's about getting pleasure for pleasure's sake. So this is why things would be funky, right? Because you're not gonna, if you're just getting to scratch an itch, you're gonna scratch an itch, and you're always gonna be missing something, because we got no depth, we got no, all this stuff. So this may be what's going on. We may be shuffling partners here. We may have gotten married to someone, okay, because of their body, and now realize that there's nothing left here to deal with besides that. And now the partner is now in a place where they do not feel, they don't appreciate us anymore. Is what we're getting. So we continue to go outward and scratch that itch that we have, no matter if we're married or not. There's no bounds there. We're just going to keep scratching that itch and seeing if it makes things better. Okay, so that's things that can be batted away. Thank you. Yes, because I think we're trying to evolve here now. Down the center, which is the destiny and the love side, what do we get? Truth. There it is. Speak your truth, and you will come out like a shiny diamond, looking really great and spanking new. Like, the whole deal here is we need to be truthful, because it seems like we got two people here that are just not happy in this scenario. We got one person that's not happy to receive. The other person's forcing energy on them, and it's not being received well. It just, it's like both people are not happy. And one may be stepping out. One or both may be stepping out here. I don't know. So on top of that, we get the Nine of Pentacles. Now, this is interesting because this talks about great connections of loyalty and dignity and being true to you. I wasn't getting a lot of that here earlier. I'll be truthful here. I mean, we got hedonism and whatnot going on. That's not about truth and loyalty. So somewhere here, maybe this is what we're looking for outside of the relationship. I don't know. Or we have someone in mind for this, but we haven't made that connection yet. past that, we get the Nine of Cups. Yeah, this is interesting. It's almost like we want something. Now, this could either be in our head or our mind of we want something solid, something true, something, someone we could be display our truth to, and honor, loyalty, trust, all of this. We want this. The Nine of Cups is really about soothing each other sexually. This is getting to know each other on an intimate level. So we may be opening a door in this way and going in a direction where we see this is something that can be played out quite highly. There's someone here that's making a connection with someone they feel that they can be loyal, honest, and trustworthy with, and that they got their back, that kind of thing. And the Nine of Cups is just taking that one step further into the bedroom. This is more on the romance side, like dating, and this is more like, okay, I want to know what thrills you in the bedroom, and I want to explore that area. And again, dealing with truths all the way down the line. Now, where do we end up? Death. Oh man. So that is about ending and energy here. We may have had someone in our life here we felt we could be truthful with. We were starting to work on intimate levels with, but it ended for some kind of reason. It may have ended because of all this debauchery that's going on. Like all of this stuff that's in the periphery here, it just feels like it's not very pure. Like we're either married and stepping out, or we're in a relationship here that's got a tie and we're stepping out, or so it seems like that may have been what happened here. Is we may have had a good area to go to, but we were not trustworthy and honorable, so we lost it. Okay. Again, it's not going to apply to everybody, every single Gemini. Last row here, 18, salvation. We are looking for salvation. We're looking for our home. This is the beacon that blinks in the middle of the night when you can't see your way home. They're looking for home. They're looking for someone that makes them feel good and true, that they can be themselves with, share their truth with, and not be judged, this kind of thing. Next card, we get the 8, the sarcophagus, and that's about deep sorrow and regret. We may have had it in our grips, but lost it due to, not kind of following the line here. We were in a mixed up situation where we weren't truthful and honest, and we may have lost our opportunity here for that one connection to drive it home. Next is the King of Wands. And that is unconditional love, right? These two are naked in front of each other and embracing. And that is, you can get no better. This is like the ultimate groovy love card. So there is sadness pushing this. So we may be grieving a loss of this. The next card is the 8. Yeah, 8 of Swords. Sorry, bad energy for the... But nonetheless, and that is sickness, sexual sickness. So you can take it wherever you want it there. It also can denote that we have no more in us to go outward toward anyone anymore. We may have had a lot of stabs in our heart from the past, and this was the last straw, and that's it. It may literally be making us ill. This loss of this love may be literally making us physically sick, because it was something we felt like could go all the way with. Yeah, that is an 8. Those two are an 8. 3 8s here. So I'm going to continue here. I forgot the tone of the cards. I forgot to start. I'm going to read those both here because that kind of overtakes the whole reading. I was supposed to put it at the beginning. So the color tone here we have is aqua. Experience peace and calm. I feel like there's a lot of hectic energy coming. 3-3, which is highly spiritual, right? A lot of hectic energy coming for these these Geminis, they're having to deal with a lot here. Peace and calm, I don't know if that's, but they're trying to get you to focus on that, right? I'm going to read from the book here what it says about Aqua. It gives a little blurb about what Aqua creates a state of serenity, tranquility, and peace by soothing your mind and calming your nerves. It's a great color to work with in meditation when you would like to experience inner stillness. It's also a color of patience, faith, acceptance, and coolness. Aqua dissolves your fears to increase your confidence and belief in yourself. Calm your nervous system and soothe your mind by immersing yourself with aqua rays of light. And I do get the sense of anxiety and nervousness to a degree. I feel like maybe the Geminis had instincts coming in and the nervousness kind of came out, like they don't want to deal with that. They don't want to look at this scenario. They don't want to see it for everything that it is really what I'm getting. And because of that, this is kind of blown into the situation where we have people coming and going here, and needing to deal with that. So there's some kind of peace and calm that we got to gain for ourselves in order to move forward properly, or at least in a way that advances us forward in a good way. Now, the love card that we get to end it is look to your inner strength. You are stronger than you realize. Is to try and gain our inner strength to move forward here. Something didn't work out. Wasn't in our favor. We may have been dipping into things, or partners may have been dipping into things here, and there's just a sense of needing to kind of cool off, gain your power and inner strength, and then go forward where you want to go. We may have had some situations come upon us, and we need time to digest all of that. And where do we feel? How do we feel about certain things? This kind of stuff is what I'm getting. So that aqua, I mean, this makes me feel calm. It makes me feel like, when you go to the pool on a day when the sun is just super bright and it's like the bottom's been just painted and it just glitters. That's what it reminds me of, like a freshly painted pool. And it's just the super, super shiny hot day. So the sense that I get is, to get to the point where we're sunshiny again, we kind of have to cool our jets and digest everything and then just go forward in the direction that we choose. If somebody here is thinking about loyalty and such, and somebody else is just not, is really what I'm getting. So we really have to understand who's loyal to us and who's not. This is 11 card, by the way. So there's something here. Now, give me a minute, because they're reverting back to, is that, yeah, the protection card. So we may have a relationship here that is in protection mode. And it may be one we lost, but we may have to think about that in a certain way. Yeah, we may have to, I don't know, think about that in a different way, because they're showing me that protection card. It's like one of these relationships is protected. The others aren't, but we've lost them all. So we got to figure out what's what. And we need time to digest, and we need time to go over all of this. And that's really what I'm getting here. Figure out what we want. Do we want this going forward, or do we want this going forward, right? And that's all we have to do. And then we have to just stand in our truth, and we'll go forward from there. That's the only problem here, is we're forcing something that doesn't want to go, and something else busted in the meantime. So hopefully that helps you over the winter season. That is the Gemini readings. I managed to get them all done here, for the Gemini anyway. And then I'll be in throughout the week sporadically. Whenever I have time, I'll be shooting them out until I can't shoot them out no more. And that'll be my gift, is giving you all 3 readings for Christmas. Merry Christmas. Happy New Year. All of that. Another thing I'm saying in all my videos is that if you are interested in healing, energy healing, I will be opening up in my room here after the new year. I will be doing live healing sessions for mental, emotional, and physical. So if you want access to that, join my Infinity room and you can wait until I come back in and we will start those sessions up in the new year. So join in there, it's free, and I will have live nights and you can gain access to that. So if you're interested in that or know somebody else who's interested in that who might benefit, shoot them in there and I'll get to accepting all of those requests and putting you in there so that we're ready to do that in the new year. Because there's a lot of energy here. I realize part of my path here is to help people clear their energy fields, and I want to start doing that on a more compounded basis so that people are free and clear to do that, to go forward and ascend more quickly. So having said that, that was what I wanted to say. So take care, guys. Have fun. Be kind again. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, and safe travels if you're going anywhere or allowed to go anywhere. Take care, have fun, and be kind.